Hello, my dear students. Myself Madhuparna Chakraborty. I have been appointed as a new English teacher of this prestigious school, and I will be taking care of English 2, which means the literature portion of your class, of class 7. Before starting the discussion, I want to say that I really hope all of you, your family, your near and dear ones, all of them are sound and safe, and you are maintaining all the necessary COVID protocols also, because this is really necessary at this time. Okay. See, we can't meet each other face to face because of this COVID situation, COVID crisis. But like normal school days, we have to follow a timetable. We can see each other. We can interact through internet, through e-learning and teaching process, right? So just enjoy the classes. I hope you will enjoy the classes, and I would suggest you to go through the video very minutely, and then if you have any doubts and any queries, obviously we will meet and discuss them in the live session. Okay, so let's start today's topic, which is the three questions by Leo Tolstoy. But at first, there are some interesting MCQ type questions given for you. Okay, it says, which of these is not a tree? Take the correct answer. So we have to find out which of the following ones is not a 3. The first odd prime number, it's obviously 3. The angular points in a triangle, obviously 3. A hat-trick in cricket, yes, it's a 3. The number of strikes in baseball before the batter is out, again it's 3. The number of bears that lived in the house that Goldilocks visited, again 3. The number of musketeers in the title of Alexander Dumas' book, 3. The only number whose name in English has the same number of letters as its value. What does it say? The only number whose name in English. If we consider it to be 3, 3 T H R double E. How many letters? 5 letters. But the number is 3, so they are not getting matched. But if we take 4, Four, so there are 4 letters and the number is also 4, so things are getting matched, right? So it's the correct answer will be 4, and here as they have asked which of these is not a 3, number 7, it's not a 3 because the correct answer will be 4. Okay. Now we should move to the text actually, but I think we should know at least a little bit about the author whose creation we are going to read. Okay, so it is written by Leo Tolstoy. So who was Leo Tolstoy? Leo Tolstoy was a Russian author, and he is one of the greatest novelists in the whole world. Okay, and he didn't only write novel, but also he wrote essays, dramas, he was a playwright, and short stories. And this one, the three questions, this is one of his short stories. Okay, and you will find these informations at the end of the text. Okay, see, Tolstoy is best known for his two longest works, War and Peace and Anna Karenina. Okay, try to read them. Now let's read a story about a king who sought answers to three questions. So the title, from the title it's very clear that the whole story is going to be about three questions. But who did pose these questions? From this instruction it is clear. A king. A king did pose these questions. But whom did he ask? Did he get any answer or not? We have to find out. We have to find out through reading the text. Okay, so let's start reading. Once upon a time, there was a king who believed that he would be successful if he knew the answers to three questions. So, why did the king want to know the answers to these three questions? Because he believed that he would be successful if he got to know the answers of these questions. Okay, he believed it. That's why he wanted to know. What were those questions? The most important thing, because the whole story is about them. Number one, what was the right time to begin something? Who were the right people to listen to? And what was the most important thing to do? So the first one, what was the right time to begin something? Means whenever we go to do something, we just hope that we should be successful. So the king wanted to know which was the right time to begin something, to do an action, to start something, okay? Because he wanted to be successful, okay? So he wanted to know the right time to begin an action, any work. Who were the right people to listen to? Whom should he listen to? Who would give him good suggestions to be successful in life? That's very important. We all have these questions. Whom should we listen to? Whom should we not listen to, right? The king had the same question. And what was the most important thing to do? Sometimes we have so many works to do, right? We get puzzled. Which one to do first, which one to do later. Okay, same happened with the king. He wanted a clear answer. That what was the most important thing to do? There are so many things to do, but which was the most important thing? Okay, so these were the questions. I think you should underline these questions because these are very important. Okay. So he announced that a great reward would be given to anyone who could satisfactorily answer these questions. The king was so desperate to get the answers that he declared. He announced that he would give a reward. Reward means prize. Okay. I should write down for you. I hope all of you can see the board. I am trying to write in big letters. Okay. Otherwise, if you have any confusions about the board works, you without any hesitation ask me during the live session. Okay. So he announced that a great reward would be given to anyone who could satisfactorily answer these questions. So the king wanted satisfactory answer. Okay, not only mediocre answer. No, he wanted satisfactory answers, and he announced that whoever could give those answers, he would reward him. Okay, that man or woman, whoever. Wise men came to the king, but they all gave different answers. Okay, suppose if I ask any question to all of you would try to answer. But is it possible, especially in case of lengthy answers, is it possible that everybody would give the same answer? No, it's not possible. Sometimes it is possible that your answers will revolve around the same theme, but it's not possible that all of you would give like duplicate answers. No, it's not possible. Same to same? No, it's not possible, because different people have different thoughts. Okay, and they give answers based on their thoughts, their opinions, their experiences. So many wise people came to the king in order to answer these questions. All of them gave different answers, which was very natural. Okay, it happens to us all in real life also, not only in story. In reply to the first question, what was the first question? What was the right time to begin something? Don't forget the questions, okay? What? In reply to the first question, some say that to know the right time for every action, one must draw up in advance a table of days, months, and years and must live strictly according to it. So, some people were of the opinion that you should draw up a table of days, months, and years, something like calendar. Okay, as you find in calendar, dates, months, days, everything are mentioned. Everything is mentioned there. So they are suggesting to draw up something like calendar, and not only drawing, but you also have to follow that calendar strictly if you want to know the right time for beginning any action. Okay, it was their point of view. Okay. Others declared that it was impossible. It was impossible to decide beforehand the right time for every action. So what is the meaning of beforehand? Please do read the meanings mentioned in your book at the bottom of the page. Okay. Beforehand means earlier, before something else happens or is done. Okay. So some people say that it is not possible. It is not possible that you would come to know the right time to begin an action before anything else happens. How would you know that I should do this right now? No, it's not possible. So according to them, it was not possible to decide the right time for any action beforehand, earlier. Okay. Hence, so therefore, one should always do one's duty instead of wasting time in idleness. This is something that our parents, our teachers always advise us. Do not waste your time lazily, right? Do not waste your time doing this and that in trivial matters. Our seniors, our well-wishers always suggest that. So, this was suggested by so many wise men. They said one should always do one's duty. We should always complete our duty within proper time. We should not do trivial things. We should not pay attention to this and that, and shouldn't waste our time idly. Like idleness means laziness. Okay. And same thing is mentioned here. Others again said that the king should have a council of wise men who would help him fix the proper time for everything. So there were some people who gave suggestion about a council. What is council? See, a group of people, of wise men, who would give advice to the king about making rules, money, and many other topics. Okay. So that group of men is called council. So according to some wise men, the king should have a council. Okay. And the members of that council, they are called councillors. Okay. You would find that word in the next page. Okay. Those members would suggest these things, like which time is the proper time to begin any action, and they would suggest so many other topics. They would give suggestions. So some people said that the councillors would say the king when he should start something. Equally, various were the answers to the second question. Next page. Okay. What was the second question? Who were the right people to listen to? Right? We always think about it. So some said that the councillors means the members of council. Okay. Some said that the councillors were the most important people. So according to some people, the members of the council were called councillors, who can give suggestions to the king. They were the most important people. Others, the priests. Others, the priests, it means some other wise men said that priests were the most important. Priests mean religious people, the chiefs of church. Okay. Clergymen, minister of church. I would write down. suggestions about whom the king should listen to. Okay, while others, the doctors. According to some other people, the doctors who treat people, they were the proper people. They were the right people who you should listen to. While some said the warriors were the most necessary, the fighters who fight in the battlefield, who fight in the war for the country or for any welfare of the country. They were the most important people whom you should listen to. Okay? Different opinion. To the third question, what was the most important occupation? Some replied that the most important thing in the world, was science. So, according to some people, even in our society, if you ask someone which occupation you want to get involved in, um, some will say I want to be a doctor, some will say I want to be a scientist, some people will say I want to be a teacher, some will say dancer, painter, actor, so many thoughts, so many ideas. Okay, so here also about the most important occupation, some replied that the most important thing in the world was science. According to them, the people who are involved in the field of science, they do the most important occupation. Others said that it was skill in warfare. What is the meaning of warfare? The activity of fighting a war, especially using particular weapons or methods that the warriors do. Okay, they fight in the war using different methods and weapons that we cannot easily do, right? So they can do that. So according to some people, the most important occupation was the skill in warfare, and others again that it was religious worship. So according to some other people, the occupation that the priests, the religious men are involved in, that was the most important occupation. What is that? Religious worship. All the answers were so different that the king could agree with none of them and gave the reward to none. Okay, so the king didn't get satisfied by any of these answers. Okay, so he could not keep his promise. He promised that he would reward the man who would uh, give a satisfactory answer, right? But the king wasn't satisfied by any of these answers. There were so many answers, so many different answers, but still he wasn't satisfied by any of them. Okay, so no reward, sorry. Um, then, but he still wished to find the right answers to his questions. But he didn't become hopeless. He had hope that one day he would get the satisfactory answers. Okay, so he wished to find the right answers to his questions. He decided to consult a hermit widely renowned for his wisdom. So ultimately he decided to consult a hermit. Who is a hermit? Hermit is also a religious person, but he is not the minister of any church or something like that. Hermits generally live alone for religious purposes. Okay, they generally lead a very simple life. So, read the meaning. A person who usually for religious reasons live a very simple life alone. See, hermits generally lead a very simple life and live alone for their religious purposes. Okay, so the king decided to talk to a hermit and get the answers. And this hermit, he was widely renowned. He was very much famous and respected, popular for his wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom means experience, wise, full of knowledge. Okay, knowledge, wisdom, experience. Okay, the hermit lived in a forest which he never left, and he welcomed only common folk. As I said, hermits generally lead a very common life. They don't like the kingly attitudes or exaggerated lifestyle. No, they lead a very simple life. That's why he welcomed common folk only who lived a very simple life. Okay. And where did he live? He lived in a forest which he had never left. Never. He lived alone there. So, before reaching the hermit's cottage, the king put on simple clothes, got off his horse, and leaving his bodyguard behind, went on alone. The king had very good manners. Okay, he knew that the hermit wouldn't like him, would hesitate to welcome him if he would have gone there with his kingly clothes and everything. Okay, that's why he took off his expensive clothes. He left his horse behind. He also left his bodyguards behind. A king may face attacks anytime. Still, he did leave his bodyguards behind in order to meet the hermit. Okay, the king was very much well mannered, I must say, and went on alone. The hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. Seeing the king, he greeted him and went on digging. He welcomed him politely and again he concentrated in his work. What was he doing? He was digging in front of his hut, his cottage. The hermit was frail. What does frail mean? Frail means physically weak and thin. Okay. Maybe he was old, and besides being old, he was physically weak and thin. Each time he struck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. Spade is a tool, a metallic tool for digging earth. Okay. Here earth means soil. Okay. Here earth doesn't mean this planet. Here earth means soil, ground. So the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. Seeing the king, he greeted him and went on digging. The hermit was frail. How do you understand that he was frail? Each time he struck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. So each time he was hitting the earth, hitting the soil, and uh, uh, hitting the soil, he turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. This was very much tiring for him. Okay, as he was old, he might be old and he was frail, physically weak and thin. This work of digging was very much tiring for him. He was breathing heavily means he was becoming very much tired. Okay, he had to give a great physical labor to complete this work. So ultimately the king met the hermit, right? Because earlier he didn't get any satisfactory answer. He could not reward anyone even after that announcement. Hermit was his last hope. So we will have to find out whether his dream was fulfilled or not, whether the hermit could give him the satisfactory answers or not. Okay, so in order to find that thing out, we have to read the text minutely and we will carry on the next day. But I would suggest you please go through the whole video minutely, and you obviously may have some doubts. so many questions. Don't hesitate to speak out in the live sessions about them. Okay, we will meet there soon. Bye bye. And one more thing that I want to say, always try to memorize the names of the authors in case of poems, the poets, and the titles of the text properly, the spellings and everything. Try to memorize them properly, because it's not good to commit any mistake while writing those names. Okay, goodbye. We'll meet in the live session soon.